teach that to my children. And the person who tells my little pecan colored kids that they're somehow oppressed based on the color of their skin would be absolutely wrong and absolutely at war with me. And I think that's the same for every parent. What the mask showed us is that the parents, the most powerful group of people in our country, that they're taking back the wheel. Now, obviously, we had to take the wheel back for the mask, but we're taking the wheel back from Washington all the way to Raleigh and into our local school board. Because CRT, all of that, the parents don't want it. It's a big fat lie. There's not one if you believe in CRT, I want to tell you you're a liar, because that means you look at your black neighbor and say that they're oppressed, and you look at your white neighbor and say that they're evil, regardless of the experience that you've had with them. And we're not going to do that. The parents in the United States of America, right here in North Carolina and Cabarrus County, we know that's not true because we believe the lives we live. The fact is, I've been a business owner right here in North Carolina, and I deal with white people, black people, Hispanic people. My children deal with everybody. And the racism is only happening at the government level and on the media. The fact is, you have racists, and there's you can't even find them hardly. You just hear the stories about them.
Well, let the war begin. One of the biggest things that's holding black people back right now is recognizing these Sambos and the Candace Owens of the world and these Rocket Raccoons in our own communities. Because getting rid of them would make this fight a lot easier. Then we can move forward with dismantling white supremacy. Because once you get a Negro on the plantation to do the master's work, the master don't ever have to worry about his plantation again. His bidding is being pushed by a Negro who thinks he's being accepted by the oppressor by oppressing his own people. But this Sambo thinks he's going to be accepted, and he's going to gain favor from white people who don't actually like black people because he's speaking out against racism and against critical race theory because, he's different. And you saying that CRT is a lie is like saying that this country wasn't built on the backs of black people. And since you don't think there's no racism in North Carolina, let me help you out. Interesting. But you can't find any racists in North Carolina. Just because you haven't experienced it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Racism may not have knocked on your door yet. It may not have been on your street, but eventually it will. Just ask Candace Owens. Now, when you or your kids get discriminated against or called the N-word, don't come running back, because you need to understand that you still black, and that's facts on facts on facts.